Hey fellow Earth angels, chosen ones of God, sensitive empaths, highly sensitive people, starseed souls like myself. So we're sensitive, we're intuitive, but unfortunately, very unfortunately, we can very often get abused and bullied since childhood. We are the family scapegoats. We are childhood trauma survivors, trauma victims, trauma survivors, narcissistic abuse survivors, very often, very typically. And today this topic is coming to me that is about the fact that when a narcissistic person forces you to stand up for yourself and even go to court in order to solve a situation that they are creating with you. So, as usual, I'm sure that you already understand. You are aware of how painful this is, and likely you have been living under stress for your entire life since childhood because you have been born into a narcissistic, dysfunctional family. And now as an adult, you're just trying to survive and handle your life as much as you can, like you should. You want to heal and move on, you want to thrive, so then you're in the right place when you have found me and my work. So like I said, this video is regarding those who have to go to court regarding narcissistic abuse. And of course, the narcissist can be anyone, like I've been saying. It can be anyone, anywhere. It can be an authority figure. It can be your landlord. It can be your narcissistic ex. It can be your narcissistic parent, mother, father, sibling, family member, co-worker, your boss, whoever it is. But they will always make you stand up for yourself because they don't leave you any choice. How should you, and how would it be impossible that you would actually get to an agreement with them by talking to them kindly, calmly, being nice? No, those things won't get you anywhere. Eventually, you have to learn and notice that no matter what you do, nothing's working with them. So they will start to force you to go from too nice and too silent and too quiet to be the God's warrior who you're supposed to be. They will be forcing you to stand up for yourself and speak your truth eventually if you want to create a change in that situation. So you have to do something about it. You have to walk away, speak up, set better boundaries, better standards. But also, of course, if you're dealing with a court case, then the court will want to see you as the calm, as the stable, as the rational person. Otherwise, it's more difficult to win in court in these cases. They don't want to address narcissistic abuse or emotional abuse. And this is, of course, very hurtful for us victims who have been kind and nice, etc., who have been under this treatment, this abuse, this stress. So, of course, my number one advice is to speak your truth. You need to stand up for yourself. You cannot win in court if you do not do that. I had to learn that the hard way myself, when I simply felt that I cannot talk even, I cannot speak even. My voice was blocked from speaking my truth. I've really had to work very hard to even, be creating these videos and my work, but let alone to be able to also stand up for myself in court. So yes, of course, it always helps. The more you can stay calm, regulate your nervous system, and detach from the toxic negative energies as soon as possible, so that you are protecting yourself, your sanity, your health, your energy as much as possible, as soon as possible, because again, those narcissists, if you have phone calls, for example, meetings with them, they will try to provoke you into reacting, and that is of course what they want, so that you would just play into their bag, so that you would react, get angry, etc. And then they will turn all that against you, you know, blaming that you are the crazy one. Because again, they do not care about anything but their own agenda, and it's always intentional abuse. Nobody does this by accident. So that is why you have to remember, in order to be able to stay sane and as calm as possible, I do suggest that I do give you the advice to rely on your own wisdom and strength within. That is what I had to do. Of course, pray about it. Yes, for God to give you strength, because again, this is a part of the spiritual warfare. And so that you are as protected as possible. I wish that, you know, someone would have told me these things to help myself. So if you have some interaction with these narcissistic people, if you have to, just try to create a distance, a healthy distance, and stay away as much as possible. Don't try to reason with them. Don't try to write many emails, long emails, many messages to them. It won't help. It will only make it worse, and they will say things like, "Oh, you're sending so many messages." They will not read them with normal thoughts like a normal person would. They just don't do that. So I had to learn also this the hard way. So nervous system regulation, you know, having peace of mind, taking care of your mind, body, soul, your space, those are important. You have to protect your peace as much as possible, even if it feels and seems impossible in these situations. But you have the right to do so. You have the right to stand up for yourself, to speak your truth, to protect your peace. So you have to. And of course, as heavy as these things and situations can be, you can, of course, you know, depending if it's regarding your child or your apartment, for example, whatever the situation is, but these are important, serious matters. So, of course, it is advisable that you get a good lawyer, you know, as good as possible, that you can simply get, and that you know and understand what your rights are. I have had my fair share of experience of terrible lawyers, and so I can say from experience what a good lawyer would be like, and not such a good lawyer. So, of course, you want to make sure that that lawyer understands your case so that they can actually help you, because they should help you. And again, we have to keep in mind that you're dealing with mentally ill people. Narcissistic people are mentally ill. They have demonic entities within them. They do not think or act rationally with common sense, with common respect, normal decency. Those are just not a normal for them. And it comes out in their behavior, in their treatment, whatever they are writing about you, for example, behind your back, saying negative things about you. They want to damage your reputation. They want to, you know, destroy you in every single way possible. So you have to keep these things in mind when you're dealing with these people, so you know what you are expecting, and that you don't deserve that. So of course, in order to gain leverage and your own personal power in this situation, which is what you need. You need common sense, you have to stay rational. Those help with your nervous system, with staying calm. So be factual, gather all the evidence, proof, documents that you simply possibly can, even if your lawyer is not telling you to do so. I do advise you to still be active as much as you can, and send to your lawyer those important documents and proof regarding the case. And this proof, evidence, those documents have to be honest, they have to be transparent, they have to be straightforward, they have to be such files, emails, whatever, paperwork, screenshots, whatever it is. They have to be in such a way that they are documenting you in a positive light, that they speak the truth, and the court can see that, okay, this is the situation, this is the matter, this is the reality, that they can see through those lies that have been created about you. So go to the root. What are they accusing you of? What are they lying about you of? And then your job is to be telling the court that this is the truth. This is the matter, actually, not that lie. They don't have any proof. You have the proof because you are that honest, good person, kind person. So this is really what it is about, that you are just bringing out to light what the court should see, so that you can win your case. Whether you have a good lawyer or not, the truth is what matters. And as always, if you need more help and support with this topic, for example, you're in this situation and you need more help and support, I would love to help you in my one-on-one sessions, buy my self-help book, apply to work with me in my coaching program. If you feel like you want to rise up, my work is only for those who are sensitive, who are kind, who are like me, and they want to rise up after these experiences, and you want help with a court case, a situation, people have been doing you wrong, and you want help and support. So apply to work with me, buy my book, let's get in touch.